Hola queridos, ¿qué tal? ¿Cómo estáis? Bienvenidos a un capítulo más de Final Fantasy XVI. Estoy... Ay, qué épica esta canción, tío, cómo me mola. Mira. Bueno, a ver. Vamos a ir justo donde lo dejamos, ¿vale? No vamos a volver a la ciudad que estábamos. ¿Me acordaré cómo se jugaba este juego? No lo sabemos. Tenemos aquí dos secundarias que voy a meterme ya por el culo. Y así mientras os cuento. Tengo un puto problema. Diréis, ¿qué? Yo pensaba al principio diciendo, joder, ¿qué voy a hacer? Porque ahora mismo estoy con el Blasfe 2 y estoy súper enganchado a él. Y tengo cero ganas, o sea, entre 0 y menos 24 de ganas de grabar Final 16. O sea, me estaba diciendo menos mogollón. Ya me ha acabado el Blasfe. Y me ha sacado los dos finales que tiene. Más falta un par de cosillas. Me queda el mapa 99%. O sea, no os voy a contar esa historia. Pero vamos, que es un plan, tengo un puto problema, ¿eh? Así que puedo grabar ya un poco de 16. Aunque siga apeteciéndome menos 15. Pero bueno. Lo bueno es que aún puedo seguir explorando el mapa del Blasfe. Parece que hay cosas extra. No sé, cosas. En fin. Karel, ¿qué carajo quieres? Cuéntame.
Is that blade for hire, perchance? Because I have a mind to make a killing.
Figuratively, I hope.
Well, yes and no. A passing caravan carried with it a rumor most fortuitous for one in my trade, that an elder Dread Evis had been sighted in the fields of Korava. Dread Evis are aggressive beasts. Compelled as they are to acts of violence, few survive to maturity, but those that do develop a hide of phenomenal value.
A hide you want to sell?
Eventually, yes. Though I would have it tanned first that it might be crafted into marvels the likes of which the world has never seen. Dread Evis skin is a rare thing indeed. But the worked hide of a well-aged beast, now that would fetch such coin that Gilbert himself might weep with envy. Bring me that beast's skin, and I will share with you the bounty of our combined labors.
Dale.
All right. I'll hunt your Evis.
Of course you will. When one lives in such troubled times, it is a fool who lets opportunity slip his grasp. Leave Tabor through the east gate, but take the path that branches west. Once you reach the checkpoint at Tovany, you are a mere stone's throw from the fields of Korava. I eagerly await your safe, and above all, triumphant return.
A ver, entonces tenemos esa ahí arriba que no sé... Ah, bueno, subimos por aquí. Entiendo entonces que... Ah, no, tenemos que salir por ahí. ¿Está ahí arriba? ¿Está? Está aquí. Pero no podemos... Está en el campo de Korava. Vamos a avanzar al principal, seguramente. Entonces, vas más que nada para desbloquear el mapa entero.
Careful how you pack that leather. Any creases or scratches.
Y así ya poder hacer las secundarias. Y tengo una cacería también que hacer nivel C. Pero bueno.
No one was paying me the slightest heed.
Is something wrong?
At the university, the students would hang on my every word. Sadly, this far from home, I'm just a vagrant greybeard.
The university? You're a scholar.
A specialist in ancient cultures. The most accomplished in all Valisthea, some have said. Not that I look the part in these tattered rags. In my heyday, no obstacle could have kept me from my studies. Yet here I am, a wizened windbag, bested by the many steps of Tabor. The answers I seek lying just beyond my enfeebled reach. Would you do an old man a kindness and brave the stairs in my stead? You'll be amply rewarded, of course.
Dale, dale.
Climb the stairs and
and memorize a few inscriptions for me, assuming you know your letters, that is. Some courteous soul is rumored to have carved clues to Tabor's rich history into stones dotted about the village. 3 of them, to be precise. 1 each to the north, south, and east. I'm here in the hope that those carvings might shed light on a riddle I've been pondering for some time. Namely, the otherwise undocumented origins of Tabor's unique people. People quite unlike those of neighboring lands.
I can't promise I'll remember everything perfectly.
Remember what you can. I'll piece together the rest. Make for the domed pavilions, and you'll have no trouble finding the stones.
Sí, a ver, no me lo marques tanto así, porque realmente me lo va a marcar el juego, va a ser súper obvio. Pero bueno. Vale, ya que está en la ciudad estas...
How are those new boots treating you?
Tú, Aquí hay una.
Cyril fellas are not fish, don't you think?
Well, scholarly thoughts like
Guardianes del cristal, de Tabor primigénitos cimientos, sacra vuestra noble sangre es y perpetuada serán los tiempos.
No history would be complete without mention of the mother crystals.
why won't the sky go back to hell? So it's these
¿Y
stones to
otro?
canvas and the rest of the boxes.
Por lo menos me marca cerca, no me marca específicamente dónde. Vale, pero están ahí en Ilian dando una vuelta y ya está.
Have you noticed the elder has been coughing?
Nómadas de las llanuras áureas, arraigaos firmes en la piedra. Recordad con orgullo vuestro noble pasado y haced un hogar de esta tierra.
What golden plains might the wanderers have called home, I wonder?
Ah, vale, es el teleporte este. Está diciendo, ¿qué coño está saliendo tanto éter de ahí?
It has indeed.
Y el último. Hijos de los cazadores, de la tierra ahora labradores, cosechad la bendición prometida y dad gracias por sus muchos dones. Quiero decir, sus últimos dones, yo inventándome cosas.
I should speak to the old scholar.
Loco, o
Before I
sea,
forget everything I've read.
unas putas escaleras, pero bueno, venga.
The engravings were in good repair considering their age.
Oh, what that I could have seen for myself.
Tienes directamente andando
Come,
en línea recta, pero bueno.
Tease me now. What did you learn of this place and its people? Let's start with the engraving to the south, shall we? What did it say?
¡Buah! Del cristal, supongo, ¿no?
Guardians of the Crystal, the first stones of Tabor, sacred hold thy noble blood, till ends the mother's labor. I'm pretty sure that was it.
Fascinating. It would seem the founders of this city were descendants of those fallen charged with protecting the mother crystals. But whatever could have driven the Guardians so far from their sacred charges, I wonder? The engraving to the north is next, I think.
Nómadas.
Wanderers of the Golden Plains, lay your roots in stone. With pride recall thy noble past, and make these rocks a home. Or, I think that was it, at least.
No doubt you're right. There are vestiges of nomadic customs in Tabor its guardian roots could never account for. This is proving most enlightening. Now, for the
No
final
me acuerdo de nada la
stone.
última, la verdad. Supongo... Es que no lo sé. Entre esta y esta. Pero es que... Lanzad cogidos de la mano no creo, ¿no? Pero el otro... Es que no me acuerdo, ¿eh? Le doy el primero.
Children of the Hunters, Now sworn to serve the sun.
Sun worship? That cannot possibly be right.
I could have sworn it was something like that.
A ver aquí.
Children of the
Vale.
hunters, now tillers of the land, reap her promised blessing and give praise her gracious hand. That's all three.
And so, we add primitive farmers to Tabor's founding peoples, the final piece of the puzzle. 3 engravings, one for each of the 3 peoples to have settled Tabor in ancient times. Guardians of the Mother Crystal, wanderers from across the plains, and last but certainly not least, hunters turned farmers. Little wonder it was so difficult to trace the roots of Tabor's culture. Those roots reach down through 3 distinct traditions. Nonetheless, one cannot help but wonder why this fact is not better known among scholars, given that the stones stand here for all to see.
Too many stairs, perhaps.
Ha! Too many by far. Here, and thank you.
Que nada. Gran misión. Mejor persona. Venga. Tengo que vender algún día estos objetos lucrativos. No los vendo por si acaso realmente hacen falta para algo, pero... ¿sabes? Me parece a mí que no. Me parece a mí que no van a hacer falta. Vamos a avanzar un poquito, a ver si se desbloquea camino y demás.
Cyril, how fares the search?
Well, Your Grace, my report shall be with you ere long.
Ah, yes. Yotei is otherwise engaged, at my behest.
And the duty of wardenship?
Fulfilled. For as you see, I've been reunited with my first shield.
I am Cyril, Knight of the Undying and bearer of the Burning Quill, charged with chronicling the mortal deeds of His Grace, Joshua Rosfield, keeper of the Flame of the Phoenix and rightful Archduke of Rosaria.
I entrusted Cyril here with overseeing the investigation into Ultima's origins. Findings from his brothers and sisters afield are delivered here to be collated and catalogued.
Just how many Undying are there?
Not nearly enough, milady. Yet we are glad to give our all in service to the Phoenix. Such is, and has ever been, our creed.
I see.
You have your associates, I have mine. But you may now think of them as ours. That won't be a problem, will it?
The Phoenix is our sun, and we but the shadows that quicken in his radiance. It is from the darkness that we serve, both him and now you. Pray accept this token.
Me cago en la puta.
For as long as you bear it, members of our order will reveal themselves unto you. If there is nothing further.
No. You are dismissed.
Your Grace.
To Canva, then.
We'll talk about this later.
Verás.
Cyril seemed very, You certainly keep strange bedfellows, Joshua.
Podemos ir por aquí. Tenemos que ir por la senda. A ver si se abre la senda. Me va a dar miedo que ahora con una insignia nueva quiere decir misiones nuevas. Pero bueno, por lo menos ha sido más directo. ¿Sabéis lo que os digo? Oh, joder, ya se ha desbloqueado todo el mapa, tú. Vale, podemos volver ahora por aquí entonces. Rápido. Pues con Ambrosia. Ha popeado ahí de mala manera.
Run like the wind.
Are you sure this is the right way, brother?
No, no lo es. Te rayes, no te preocupes. No es por aquí. Vamos a cazar el bicho ese, lo tragamos y ya tal. No te preocupes.
All right.
Péguense ustedes si quieren, yo no voy a pegar. Así me acuerdo cómo se pegaba en este juego también. ¡Bandidos! ¡Oh, no! ¡Bandidos! ¡No, bandidos! Es épico con el chocobo ahí, con la música de batalla, ¿sabes? Ahí está, ¿no? Desmontar.
Thanks, Cal.
De nada, guapo. Vamos con Fénix. Vamos con Fénix. ¿Qué tiene? Apellido.
Old he may be, but it looks like there's still plenty of fight in him yet.
Voy a tirar un megamurgo.
Nice try.
Claro, cuando llevas del Fénix ahí a saco. Facilísimo. Con punto de cruz. Piel de no sé qué. Del timo hostias este.
This thing reeks. The sooner it's off my hands, the better.
Sí, señor, lo que usted diga. Tacatá, tacatá. Hacemos un telepoto guapo. Debería ser ilegal esto, pero bueno, venga. Entregamos la piel al Notas. Toma, amigo.
Here's your hide, as requested.
I worried you might never return. Quickly, let me see it. Oh, as supple as a maiden's cheek, yet as adamant as her virtue. This is everything I had hoped for, and more. Clearly, my trust in you was not misplaced. You must be a hunter of considerable talent to have bested the beast with nary a scratch. Join me as my honored partner. With my means and your might, we shall be as wealthy as the merchant kings of Zemeckis.
I don't plan on making a habit of this. I'm busy enough as it is.
Very well. Though I believe fate had a hand in our meeting, it would be unbecoming of me to beg. Do not allow me to keep you from being about your business. Here, for the hide.
Juro que a veces pienso que en estas misiones, piel de bestia 100, ¿vale? ¿Qué aportan realmente más que...? Porque piel de bestia, ¿cuánta tenemos ahora mismo? ¿Sabes? Ahora estoy pensando, lo digo, ¿cuánta mierda de esta tenemos? Porque si nos vamos... Piel de bestia tiene que estar por aquí. Tenemos 1100 y pico de piel de bestia y colmillos afilados y no sé cuánto. Que de estas cosas no usamos apenas nada. Para craftear nada. Con lo cual, yo te juro que... no sé qué realmente qué aporta. Pero ok.
The
free cities under siege.
Señor, pero bueno. Un guerrillero. Senda dorada. Titiri. Senda dorada. Ya podemos seguir al principal, vaya. Son... Yo ponía que era el sur de Talon. Pero, de Tabor, perdón. A lo mejor son los... La escoria, ¿eh? Ah, no. Son orcos. No es.
Orcs. Then let us do this.
One less to the score. La la la. Me encanta porque al final lo hago yo todo así. Y ya estaría tú. Qué ridículo. Sé que hay una escoria de perretes, pero exactamente no sé dónde. Tenía en... A ver. Estela de Titán, ¿no? Exactamente no sé dónde. Tobani. Campos de Coraba, no creo. Igual rodeando por aquí. No lo sé. Muy bien. A Manusito ya le abrió el fornite, que no le estaba funcionando, tú. Increíble. Así podemos jugar esta noche. A la temporada nueva. Vamos bien, ¿no? ¿Está un poco ardiendo eso de fondo? Ah, claro, que tengo titán. Morir, morir. Yo creo que por aquí arriba igual están la escoria. Y así ya nos ahorramos. Que las escorias son... Esta es nivel C. Moriría súper rápido. Diría ahora... Me he equivocado. Pensé que no lo tenía cargado y le di súper rápido. Subimos de nivel. Ole, ole, ole. Por aquí. Por aquí hay camino. Igual por aquí es donde tenemos que cazar los otros. I suppose. Garras letales. Otro. Y... Mata. Pues nada, tú. A ver qué desbloqueamos aquí. Ah, vas a chocar contra la piedra. ¿Metemos en medio de una guerra civil o qué?
The free men are still holding their own then.
Do we have any idea where Gav and the others might be?
There's a warehouse near the docks where we agreed to meet if there was any trouble. We should hurry.
Ah, bueno. Secundaria, ahí arriba, ¿eh? Yo debería de hacerla. Esto es por una vida nueva. Hola, hola. ¡Guau! Se han desbloqueado varias. De hecho, aquí hay otra. La llama vuelve a brillar. Y hay una escoria. Dice implacable 2. Bueno, las hacemos luego. Vamos a hacer la principal, anda. Yo creo que nos avisarán luego cuando el cuando esté todo en plan de rollo de a punto de ir a lo final, digo, ¿sabes?
Sounds like thunder.
You're late. We're starting to think you'd stumbled off a cliff.
I seem to recall that was you, Gav.
Good to see you. Any trouble on the road?
Nothing we couldn't handle.
I knew you'd come.
Vete fuera, por favor.
Is that who I think it is?
Yes.
Allow me to introduce my brother, Joshua.
Clive's told me all about you. Or even listening most of the time. Name's Midadol, but everyone calls me Mid.
My lady.
Hey?
My boy. Uncle Byron.
It's really you. I never thought I'd see the day.
So these Akashic are being controlled.
That's what it looked like. Empty eyes, eerie blue glow. No doubt they were turned, but silent as monks, every last one of them.
Your man here speaks true, Clive. We saw more than a few in this city. They moved in ranks with a purpose, and not of their own.
Ultima's doing.
Perhaps.
What of the city? The people?
Dead, mostly.
Mostly, but not all. A handful managed to lock themselves in their villas before the Horde arrived. Some in the Merchants' District to the west, and a few others on the far bank.
If the Akashic stumble across either hiding place, a few bolted doors won't hold them for long. We need to find them. And quickly.
What do you propose?
We split into two parties. I will make for the Merchants' District, while you look to those across the river. Mind keeping an eye on my brother?
Not at all. We find the villa and try the servants' entrance.
Understood.
And what of us?
Mid, is she fit to sail?
The ship, the mithril engine could probably do with a few more tweaks.
Then you better work fast. Even if we do reach the survivors in time, they'll never make it to the hideaway on foot.
You leave that to me.
See that Mid doesn't get herself into trouble, would you?
Think I can manage that.
I'll keep him safe.
Looks like you stuck with me, Byron.
That's Lord Rossfield, you little gutter snipe!
Shall we then?
And you keep Clive safe.
Be careful. Both of you.
You too.
Me encanta que es, voy a proteger a mi hermano, tal. Lo primero que dice, nos separamos, porque ¿para qué? Bueno, ok. Joder, Yago, pero es que son, ¿cómo se dice? Son dominantes, ¿no? O sea, ellos tienen el power. Ya, loco, pero es que si su trabajo es protegerlo, me cago en la puta. Menuda mierda de protección le das, ¿no? O sea, ¿qué vamos a hacer lo primero? Pues tú pírate por ahí y yo por otro lado. Y ya está.
They don't stand a chance against those things.
Pero no son acásicos, son orcos, ¿no?
They've been routed.
Espera. Ahí sí que hay acásicos. Ah, coño, que tenemos uno ahí. Tiramos demasiada hostia, espérate. Vale. Voy a reventar así. Como barro, pero es lo que hay. A mimir. A mimir. Ahora me darán potis, supongo, ¿no? Sí. Una. Allá habrá otra. ¿Se viene Mega Fulgor aquí? No, fragmentos de Wiki. Ole, ole, ole. ¡Ay, coño! Vale, 3 queda. Me mola una cosa, ¿sabes qué? ¿Vosotros veis algo? Piensa un poco, colega, o sea, no sé. No te lo puedo decir yo todo. Acá está. Más pieles de bestia, por si no me llegaban, ¿sabes? Otra poti. Siquiera. Ahí una poti me la meto, ¿no? Seguramente. Espera. Coño. Joder. No veo, Me da tiempo a romperle la primera barrera. Más aún si le meto un parry en la boca, pero bueno. Ayuda. Ayuda ahí. Vale, le hemos quitado bastante. Voy a recuperar vida un poquito, la verdad, La metralleta. Mira cómo te baja el rollo de defensa. ¡Hala! Ceniza. Y había otro objeto por aquí. Ahí arriba. Poti. Bueno, caray.
Don't get surrounded.
Espera, ¿Cómo hacen? Perdona, es que me ha hecho gracia. Me cundiría lo del rayo, tío. Ahí. Me cago en la puta. Jolines. No paro de gastar potis, tú. Otra más. Bueno, para eso están, ¿no? Pero yo qué sé. La otra. No me fío de mis capacidades ahora mismo. Miniboss, ¿no? Ah, no. Vaya.
Nice try.
Ahí, revienta el escudito. Tengo que ponerme algo que me mejora el daño a la magia, ¿eh? Bueno. Mira, es que madre mía. Ahora le reviento con fe.
Where the city's leaders gather. There may still be survivors inside.
¿Tú crees? ¿Tú crees, Clive, que después de ver lo que acabas de ver aquí ahora va a haber supervivientes? Ultra poti, qué bien, esto me viene bien. Y ahora eso de allá es una poti normal, ¿verdad? Vámonos, estamos bien equipados. ¿Qué coño esperabas?
These creatures. These Ultima's reach extend this far. What the hell is going on here?
Hijo de puta. Ahora.
Where is your master? What does he want?
Creo que me pondría más algo igual de área, de daño directo. En vez de estaquear daño. Para los minions, sobre todo, ¿ves? Tenemos la de Titán y la de la Mu.
You've caused quite the commotion. But then I would expect no less from you, Muthos.
You again. I don't believe we've been introduced. You were in my family's crypt. And now you're here. With an army of Akashic thralls.
Manners, Lord Rossfield? They are men, like you and me. Albeit ones unburdened by the wills that drive our kind to madness. They are pure. They are divine.
What?
And they are all that remains in this once raucous city.
You'll pay for what you've done.
As you wish. I confess I have been very much looking forward to this. Pardon me this indulgence, Your Majesty. The vessel shall not be spoiled. I am Sleipnir of House Harvard. And you will yield. Or not. As long as you don't hold back.
Titan!
Ahora deja de filigrana, señor, ¿eh? Mira cómo le baja el aturdimiento. ¡Au! Joder, llamo.
Nice try.
Vale, me curo y me echo una poti. Llega ahí.
Little trick.
You will forgive me if my performance seems uninspired. It is just that I expected so much more from our chosen one. Perhaps this will kindle your flame?
What now?
A gift from my liege lord's armory. Gungnir. Watch closely, Mythos. Yes! Yes!
Ya, padre. Va a mimir. Vaya. Va a durar poco la Gungnir,
One is seldom enough. Would you not agree?
Actually, I wouldn't. Too slow.
Vaya. Se trae otra potita. calmado. Estoy un poco concentradito, pero bueno, tampoco de... Va, el salto. Y eres un puta mierda. Me da 5000 de experiencia. Ni tan mal. Está bien. Insignia ensangrentada.
The vessel is strong. My liege.
Clávale la espada.
Clive!
You're all right.
As are you, I see.
We are, yes.
I'm sorry, but we couldn't save them.
It was over before we arrived.
Well, you did what you could. I fear we were all too late. What's wrong?
Nothing. I hope.
Ah, bueno.
Leaving so soon, Mythos?
It's the king.
Indeed. You may kneel before Barnabas Tharm, Warden of Ash and King of Waloed.
Get back.
Wild and impetuous. I expected more of the boy who bested my Lord Commander. Yet I see why my master covets you so. The power within you, Mythos. The potential.
Stop calling me Mythos.
But Mythos is everything. The cornerstone of all creation. The Lord's vessel. Your purpose.
My purpose? To surrender my mind and body to that thing.
No, Your Majesty. My purpose is my own. I made a promise to my friends, to my people. And nothing is going to stand in my way.
You would allow this delusion of free will to bar your path to greatness? Truly, Your volition is a cancer. One that must be excised.
Try it.
All the rest.
Joshua!
Oi! Oi! This way! Hurry!
Ay, qué majo el Torgar con la espada.
Power beyond reckoning, and they use it as a crutch. Such a waste.
Nos muere la Jill.
Will he be all right?
The phoenix can mend flesh, but the spirit must recover on its own. I'm afraid the rest is up to him. This place is remarkable. Outfitting it must have been no small feat. But why go to such trouble?
That beauty's belly's filled with wonders the world ain't ready for. If the guilds caught wind of what we were up to, they'd all want a piece. All right?
And how is he? Do not blame yourself. He was barely breathing when you brought him here. We would have lost him if it were not for you.
No. Barnabas may have severed nigh every sinew in my brother's body. But he made certain the wounds were not fatal.
Nigh every sinew?
Allow me, your lordship. Don't know what I was thinking, putting you to the trouble like that.
'Tis no trouble carrying comestibles to my ailing nephew.
I know, but you've already done so much for us. Pouring your gil into the hideaway and now the ship. I don't want to take the piss.
You risked your life. And for what? Some girl you hardly know. Why'd you do it? You not mad or something?
I wouldn't go that far.
Clive!
You're awake, my boy. Oh.
All I want to do is help. And the world won't save itself. It was Sid. Your father, who taught me that.
Sounds like him.
Don't you dare do that again.
What of the Royalists?
Fucked off, the lot of them, along with the galleon. With the king on board, no doubt. Behind here, I wouldn't sail without him. Clive. Jill didn't come back.
What do you mean?
She kept the king busy while the others dragged you out.
It's all right, Mid. Jill is fine.
The ether of her icon endures. And as long as it does, we can be certain she is alive.
We must pursue the Black Galleon. Jill will be with the king, I'm sure of it.
Well, good luck catching him, because my ship's going nowhere. It's the Mithril engine. She's got a kick like a wild chocobo and a mind to tear the hull in half.
But you have an idea.
Well, of course I do. My dad'll have seen this coming a league off. If I had his old writings...
If you had his old writings, you'd be sitting under a fuckload of rubble. The ones Otto didn't save anyway. I suppose he might still have a few pages in his stores.
We'll have to hope it's enough. Do what you can to ready the ship. I'll speak with Otto.
In your condition, you really are mad.
Perhaps. But the world really won't save itself.
Joder, las... Vamos aquí. A ver. Yo me gustaría dejarlo con el mapa abierto. ¿Para qué? No sé. Pero poder guardar. Melodía de esperanza. No, lo vamos a dejar aquí y ya está. Sin más, total. Dios, la muerte.
Gav said that Otto might know something.
Voy a cambiar la música. Esto es un poco... Hay nuevos objetos disponibles. Se pueden fabricar cosas nuevas. Es este, ¿no? La que suena que suena. Sí, supongo que es esto. Es que no me acuerdo ya. En fin, vamos a dejarlo aquí. ¿Qué ponía? Que había misiones nuevas por ahí. Sí, había misiones nuevas en el mapa. Había movidas nuevas. Un poco de todo. Cartas. Podemos hacer un tiempecito, un minutito para leer las cartas, ¿vale? Armas. ¿Para qué? Bueno. Hola. Hoja rúnica mejorada. Es mejor que la que tenemos ahora mismo. Y la superior, 2,95. Vale. Es útil. Voy a comprar una hoja rúnica y... que seguramente tú la vendes, señora. Claro.
Let me tell you a story, Clive.
No, quiero comprar unas más.
Them rumours Wetlegs were spreading. Might be they weren't just tales plucked out of thin air. You see, there were a time when I weren't too particular about who I sold steel to, so long as they paid me the right price. Some women lust after blood, others after flesh, but me, I were always one for gold. And to satisfy that lust, I sold to opposing armies, stabbed my every client in the back, made myself the most hated woman in the twins. But then one day I met a man who made me a different kind of offer. Said he'd give me access to a realm-wide community of like-minded individuals in constant need of steel and sundries. On the condition I sold to him and his alone.
Was that the first time you met Sid?
Aye. And I fell right into his damn trap. He was true to his word, so I ended up being true to mine. And I soon started making the best profits I've seen since taking up the trade. And all without aiding or abetting any outlaws. Except Sid himself, that is. Told me about his plan to topple the mother crystals, you know. Said that with them gone, the realm would want for all manner of things. An opportunity for the likes of me to mint gil. Why, I reckon an enterprising individual could find himself the richest dam in the twins. And that's when he had me. I emptied my stores that day and moved into the Hideaway proper. And the rest, as they say, is ancient bloody history. A dozen years on, and I'm still not the richest dam. Not for lack of trying, mind. But I can say that I have never been happier. You've all shown me there are some things more precious than gil.
That there are.
So don't you go messing it all up. Or you'll have me to answer to.
¿Ya? Gracias.
Clive. If you're gonna buy something, be quick about it. You're rubbing me blind, you know.
Ya de por sí la hoja rúnica es mejor que la que tengo. No me gusta nada la termina. ¿Qué coño? Termina con dos piquitos. Me gusta mucho eso, ¿eh?
So what do I owe the honor? What do you want?
What do you want? Hoja rúnica mejorada.
You can thank me later.
Y superior.
Yeah, that should do you.
Vale. Vamos, tenemos más daño un poquitito. Es lo único que tenías de nuevo, ¿no? Porque no he visto... Cinturón rúnico, sí que tenías. Cinturón rúnico, espera, déjame apartar esto. Y argollas rúnicas. Vale, vamos a mirar a ver si esto... Bueno, esto lo voy a hacer fuera de cámara. El equipo, total. No se aplica mucho, simplemente suben un poquito de stats y ya está, ¿eh? Un poco... Vuestro deber. A ver. Mi señor Marqués, en vuestra ausencia cumpliré las labores de defensa y salvaguarda que se me han encomendado, aunque ello me cueste la vida. Solo os ruego que vos hagáis lo propio con su excelencia. Joder. Mundo en libertad. Lamento haberos metido a ti y a ese mangurrián en todo este embrollo, pero gracias a los dos he podido poner punto final a ese asunto que llevaba arrastrando tanto tiempo. Ahora que todo está resuelto, por fin podré tomarme un respiro y disfrutar del nuevo mundo que tanto te empeñas en crear. A una no le hace falta los dos ojos para ver todo lo bueno que has hecho hasta ahora. Vale, pues nada, voy a guardar. Ya haré eso, pues, antes de empezar la partida, supongo. Y nos veremos... Espérate. Voy a mirar un momento las skills. ¿Cuánto vamos de experiencia? 3000 y pico. Son 4K. Aunque esto también es solo para mejorarlo también. Bueno, podemos meter esto también. En vez de... Estas son las alas. Aliento y el Draco satélite. Oye. Voy a mejorarlo. Es que el Draco satélite me gusta. Mucho, mucho, mucho. Saco 2 ahora. Buah. Y con el siguiente 3. Vamos a mejorar esto. Giga Fulgor. Y lo vamos a cambiar por onda letal. Necesito daño inmediato, tú. Vale, onda letal fuera. Y metemos Gigafulgor. Tenemos Megafulgor, Gigafulgor y los Dracosatélites, que nos va a venir cojonudo para stackear mogollón de daño ahí. En plan de pa. ¿Cómo? Pa. Vale, pues vuelvo a guardar por encima de lo que hice. En este. Y nos vemos en el siguiente, chicos. Adiós. Peche.